In every face, we see a reflection of the sacred.
From Hindu teachings, we learn Atati Devo Bhava, the guest is truly an embodiment of God.
We offer our finest hospitality to all who cross our threshold.
From the Jewish tradition, we are commanded to love the stranger, for we were once strangers in Egypt.
We remember our shared history of seeking refuge.
From Islamic wisdom, we hear the true faith shines when we feed the hungry and spread peace to those we know and those we do not know.
We share our bread, we extend our peace.
From Christian gospels, we accept the call, I was a stranger and you welcomed me.
We choose community over exclusion.
From Buddhism practice, we cultivate metta, unbounded loving kindness for every living being without exception.
May all beings be safe. May all beings be at home.
From indigenous traditions, we honor the truth that we are all related, bound together in one great web of life.
We care for one another as one cosmic family.
Let us vow to break down the walls of indifference and build bridges of deep understanding.
Together, we create a sanctuary of hope, belonging, and peace.
Today. So the title of my talk today is The Secret That Can Be Shared. Is anyone a fan of the Golden Girls? All right. So maybe I'm more of a fan these days because I'm almost a Golden Girl myself. But Betty White from the Golden Girls, she once said, I don't know any secret worth getting in trouble for. Secrets are like frogs. They jump around and they get away from you. So let's reminisce together. I want you to please think of a time that you got an invite to a party. Now, this party was the event of the year. Okay. You had to prepare. How did you feel? Did you get new clothes? Did you get a new haircut? Did you get your nails done? Did you tell anyone about this event? So if you were throwing the party, what were some of the things that you would consider if you were throwing this event of the year? So when I was contemplating my time with you to share this morning, my thoughts kept returning to my experience looking for spiritual communities here in this area. And because I knew that the new church communities existed, I was able to find you. So yet I wonder, are there other people? Are there new transplants out there or the spiritually homeless in that same moment? This led me to the importance of love in action, which is why I love that song that we just read. In revisiting the New Jerusalem and the heavenly doctrine, Emanuel Swedenborg reminds us that God's relationship with humanity is one of an active welcoming all souls who turn towards goodness. So today, we gather to explore more of what this active welcome can be as a community. Are we keeping a secret? One of these aspects of Swedenborg's teaching that I have always enjoyed is the focus on the community of spirit. In a culture that celebrates individualism and degrees of isolation, this actually is a radical notion to be in community, to invite people to community, and to welcome those who come to community. In relationship is where the work of the divine actually occurs. The more that we form community with people unlike ourselves, the more we explore those parts of ourselves that seek sameness and safety. Those parts of us that may want to keep the secret to ourselves. We are reminded of the divine welcome in our reading in Romans 15:7 that Brenda was so wonderful to read to us. We are admonished to welcome one another as the divine has welcomed each of us. More importantly, in Matthew 25:35, we are reminded that welcome is a verb, and this is demonstrated actually in action. To say you are welcome is one thing. However, to set the table, clean the house, put out fresh linens and flowers, that's a different kind of welcome. So how do we welcome the stranger that is referred to in Matthew 25:25 into our midst? Have we made a major in our hearts to welcome the least among us to fellowship? I'm speaking to myself as much as I'm speaking to this congregation this morning. That's a good question. Now in Luke 9:48, it reminds us that greatness resides in the least of these. Have we set the table for the least of these? I remember talking with people on Skid Row in Los Angeles. If you guys don't know it, I'm from California. All right. And so I was able to encounter absolute brilliance, and wisdom was often shared. Not necessarily in a pretty package. However, it is said that we are unaware that when there are angels among us, these angels may come in different forms. Reverend Dr. Jack Balmer of the Hillside Truth Center in Atlanta, Georgia, in his book, The Truth About Heaven, defines heaven as living a full, fruitful, and joyful life of purpose, power, and tremendous possibilities. Like Emanuel Swedenborg, our greatest achievements will not satisfy the longing for meaning, purpose, or spiritual communion unless we're doing the work of love in action. So these are the eyes through which I see the new Church of Montgomery. We have a secret that can be shared. May we develop ways of radical welcoming that continuously set the table. Lay out the linens and fresh flowers so that as we invite people to this table, they know and feel the love and welcome. May we create a place of heaven here on earth. Let us join with others and light this world. And so it is. Ashe and Amen. For this moment, for us all to come together, to be with one another and to be with God, and that we're creating spaces for those who are not with us as of yet, and we hold that in our hearts. I thank you for this day. I thank you for the many blessings, and I say this in gratitude. Amen.